nervous.
I'm nervous.
What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Wednesday Project Podcast, brought to you by your nervous host, Brandon. Joining me is my co-host,
Jackie.
and joining us is a very special guest. Thank you for being here, first off.
Thank you for guys having me here.
And present yourself.
So my name is Brenda Hernandez Chavez. Oh my God, three, because that's how it's legally everywhere. That's my name.
Hell yeah. So Brenda, I know you through obviously my wife,
Okay.
Jackie, and she would tell me, she's always told me really good things about you. Like just really good things about you. Like she's really good with nails and like she's now starting to do this and she's done this. I'm like, whoa.
Dude, I keep him updated.
Yeah, like for real. I'm like, I need to know who this person is, who this girl, this lady. I don't know, because I didn't know how you look like or anything.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know who this person is of Brenda. And so, yeah, thank you for coming on.
No, well, thank you guys for inviting me. It's a pleasure.
So you nervous?
I am pretty nervous, not gonna lie.
Why?
I don't know. I just been all day. I'm like, I don't know. It's gonna happen.
It's good. Just pretend you're doing my nails or something.
Okay. All right.
And we'll start with that. So you do nails.
Yes, I've been doing nails for over 5 years.
5 years.
Wow.
Dang.
It's been a minute. I was just thinking about it.
So when did you start?
When?
Yeah.
Well, what was your problem? Because it all started.
18.
Well, I've always had a love for beauty. Like that's
Okay.
how it started. I've always been that person to like makeup. You know, when the whole YouTubers back in the day, and then just something about nails that I just always loved doing. I personally came from a home that my parents couldn't afford to take me to the salon when I'm like little girl
Yeah.
to do my nails. So it all had to come down to get your nail polish at the store and things like that. So I just always loved doing my sister's nails. It first started with my sisters, and then from then friends, and then it all came down to like the day that I kind of started expanding was when they asked me to do nails for prom, and I was like, okay, you guys want me to then? I'll do it.
Wow, that's cool. So so you say your beauty, your interest in beauty started from a young age. What's like a clear memory that you have of when that moment was, if you have one, or was it like a set of moments?
What I always like makeup. I come from a family of 6, and so I do have 2 older sisters, and just growing up, I grew up closer to my brothers. So when I was super, super young, like a good child, I wasn't really girly. I was more into like, cause my brothers and my cousins. So, but then during the transition of like you're going in teenager years and 13 around that time frame, my sisters used to do their makeup, so I would always grab their things all the time. Their brushes. I mean, they didn't have a lot either themselves, because back in the day, it's like, go to Walmart or whatever and get what little bit you could, whatever they could afford at that time. So I would always grab their things. And so from there, that's how it started. I would do my makeup and my parents, I wasn't allowed to get, when you're young, que no te pintes or whatever. And then I would always grab their makeup and then wash it off because my mom was going to find out, or basically my dad, he didn't like the whole idea of doing your makeup.
What do you think his thought process was for that? Why do you think he didn't like makeup on his daughters?
Well, the reason why is si se van a pintar, he would always say this, si se van a pintar, píntense bien, no se vayan a pintar como payasas. So, and back in the day, it's there wasn't many shade colors. They were nomás, you would grab whatever lightest shade or whatever try to shade because you couldn't, test it. Nowadays, you could test it and try different products and return them and things like that. But now, but then it's whatever shade you find, that's what you got to take home. And so sometimes, they would look a little too pale, I'm not gonna lie. There was pictures, my sisters would have pictures, and I was like, dang, you guys look a little too white. But
do you roast them now for that?
Oh, yes. There's several pictures, and I'm like, whenever, whatever, just randomly I go and I look at that picture, and I send it, remember when you took this? It's they're like, oh my
She's
God,
that
why are you
sister.
posting this? I'm like, it's just memories. It's funny. It's so funny because my sister wasn't a quinceañera. I'm like, like I said, there was not many shades, and obviously I'm not super light, but I'm not super dark either. And, the ranges there were not okay. But she was so white, the flashback on the pictures, and I make fun of her for that. I was like, that's silly.
So then you you're out of high school, right? And like you're in college now.
Yeah,
Or-
no, right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I just graduated beauty school in
Okay.
February. So yeah.
So and that's for something else. That's
So
from what I know?
basically I went in for cosmetology because then
oh, okay.
so after doing, makeup and things like that, back in the day I also during my teenage years or whatever, I thought I was a YouTuber. I really thought I was a YouTuber.
okay. So you started filming and everything?
Yes, I have videos, but I took them down. Like if you guys
Wow.
go, I took them all down. Like they're
Oh,
only for
man.
my eyes only because I was like, no, I'm gonna get people coming at me or something.
Yeah.
But no, I literally like that's how I started makeup. It's like
Yeah.
what's and my sisters, when YouTubers, back in the day, the beauty community was a thing, and so new palettes, new everything. I was that
Yeah.
person to like whatever I could afford, but there is a lot of great products out there that that
Yeah.
were cheap enough and stuff for me to afford, or my sisters would buy, and then I would share from there. But I would record myself in my bedroom and things like that. There's videos of my
That's cool.
siblings. I would do my makeup, even with my friends, and then that's how I started doing a lot of makeup for graduations or quinceañeras and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And then nails was a different thing. And then now, like where I'm at right now, I'm now a cosmetologist,
Okay.
and so I just graduated from that, and that's where I'm going.
Well, congratulations. That's
Thank
pretty
you.
cool. So your cousin's here.
Yeah.
And you said that she was the reason why you started nails
Yeah.
about 5 years ago.
Yeah. Well, she was the one that put all right, you kind of basically I could say saw potential and throw me out there. It's like, you could do my friend's nails for the prom, and I was like, nah, I don't think so. She's like, come on, it won't be that bad. And I was like, all right, then let me take whatever little things I have in her cocina or her mom's house. I did like 3 friends or 4 friends.
Damn.
Somewhere around there, and we did their nails, and that's how it started. Like,
Wow.
and then from there, it's like, every year I guess grew as having more clients and learning more and stuff like that.
So what was that experience like starting at your cousin's house? Like out of just kind of more like a push, It wasn't really that you wanted to. It was just kind of like, come on, dude, do this for me.
No, well, basically it's like she saw the potential. I'm always that person to like criticize myself. Like, we're always, put ourselves down a lot that we can't do it and things like that. But I guess she saw potential. She's like, no, you can do my friend's nails. It's okay. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it.
So what was that experience like putting on like the first nail on there? Like, what would you think about that?
Well, because I already done it forever. Like, I've done it to myself. So, that was the first time doing it. And I would do it to my sisters. I have a little sister. She was my guinea pig. I feel bad for her.
Her fingers are all messed up?
No, her nail's good. And I would, redo my research. I was that person. I would make sure I bought some, okay products that were, enough for me to buy with my whatever money I had.
Yeah.
But then slowly I just, started learning more about it.
You know what I just thought about?
What?
Imagine if you were to go to the dollar store and bought the cola loca that they sell there and
my.
would have put it on your your sister's nail and you start off like
That
that.
shit's never falling off.
No, and when I was little, I remember going to the dollar store. We would
Yeah.
buy press-ons. Because that's what, and my sister's like, I tell you, I don't know where, I don't know an specific year or date, but I would go to the dollar store and you buy your press-on nails and your glue that came with it, and I would always do have press-on nails. I'm obviously no me duraban, but because I would clip them right off, but I mean that's how it all started.
Yeah, that's cool. So now, fast forward, you're now this very, I would say, successful from what I hear.
Okay.
Very successful,
I'm I don't know, but
nail, I don't know what, nail person.
Mm-hmm.
And how does that feel like going from the spot you were in, right? From like you said, your parents didn't have much to give, buying press-ons from the dollar store to now being able to have your clientele just fluid, and being able to really do good nails now, great nails. And I know because I've seen hers, so.
Well, thank you. Well, honestly, it's satisfying to see where you because I do have pictures of when I first started. I was like, oh my goodness, what was I doing? Or just learning, because even at school, when I went to school, the girls that were starting, it's their first nails weren't always perfect, and you don't get better. You do get better, but it takes a lot of practice makes perfect.
Right.
Well, actually, practice makes better. It doesn't make perfect, because
Correct.
there's
no perfect.
There's no perfect. So I just stayed consistent. That was my thing. I literally made it. That was my side hustle. That was my side, my hobby. And so I was persistent. So I could tell you all throughout these 5 years, I've never stopped.
Wow.
And I haven't stopped. I still
Wow.
have my regular clients, new building clients, and now that I, working at a salon and things like that, it makes me feel good that other people are still, even from day one, were, with me, are still with me now.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool, right? Because like for example, she was like, she would always tell me, she hasn't gone to get her nails done with you in a bit, but she tells me, she's like,
It's
nah,
okay,
I
I
would
can
never.
forgive her. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, forgive her. Nah, she's like, yeah, I would never get my nails done with anyone else if it's not Brenda. Like that's my go-to, and so your reputation builds as you you go and you're more consistent and you build, and so I think that's pretty huge.
It is. It is. I mean, now that you're saying it, I really don't give myself the credit, and I don't like to be like think I'm better than anybody, because I even to this day I still have a lot of I need to make a lot of progress. I still want to be like learn. You never, and this in the beauty industry, you never finish learning. So there's always places to improve, and I feel that's also one of the keys to what I've learned throughout this time is like there's always room for improvement. And I'm glad that like Jackie came to me and could say that, like, okay, I don't trust going to anybody else. And there's other clients that have told me the same, and sometimes I'm like, well, it means so much to me, to hear it coming from people, because sometimes I say, well, like, I don't give myself the credit that maybe I do deserve, but I'm like, no, I'm still gonna do better,
Yeah.
But,
So aside from nails, I know you just graduated from cosmetology school. And Jackie was telling me, I don't know if you can verify this or not, but you also do hair?
yes.
And then makeup?
I do makeup, hair and makeup.
Whoa. God damn.
So cosmetology, you can do everything, right?
So cosmetology, under the cosmetology license, I could do hair, makeup, waxing, everything.
That's a degree to get.
The only thing that right now is like just the barbering, like because you use a blade. But I was really looking into doing that like here in June, but I've been super busy. I don't know if I could have something else on my plate, because I do have a lot of side hobbies. Like I like to take photography pictures. I'm not saying I'm not the best, but I do have that little side hustle that I do have clients still booking with me, and like regulars that want their senior pictures or family pictures. I don't do big like quinceañera shoots like that, like nothing too crazy like that. It's more like I call it mini shoots, and I do have that on the side as well. So I like to stay busy.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's
We
interesting.
might have to book with you.
Yeah. Where does that all come from? I mean, where does this like hustler mentality come from? Because I think maybe you can agree or not, but from what I've seen is that it's very rare to find someone who's actually that persistent with doing so many different things, and who actually does want to do those things, not just because maybe the money is great, I'm sure, but also because they like it.
Yeah.
And so where do you think that comes from for you?
Well, I feel like it comes from my dad. So I mean, he has nothing to do with the beauty community, but just the way, and my parents, the way they have passions. My dad, for his work, he's been working, since we came here, he's been working that same job, and he's been there for over 25 years, and he does granite countertops.
Okay.
And so to this day, he loves doing, and so that dedication that he has to it, and I just learned from them, to not. I mean, the money is great, but it's like the money is gonna come and go, but it's like you have to have that passion for it, because I mean, it could just be like, oh, I'm doing it for the money, but then I'm sorry, but you won't have great results, if you're only doing it for that. So it does have to be a passion. And for me, I think it is a passion, because so I do have my hairstylist was the one that pushed me to do the hair. He was like, I see potential in you. And I always wanted that, but at the same time, I didn't have the money. My parents had 6 other kids. And so to me, it was unfair for like they couldn't pay a college tuition for me. So then that's why I went to a corporate job, and I worked my butt there. I mean, their pay wasn't great, but then I made it like, okay, if this is something I really want, like I need to work for it. So that's where nails, even then I would work my 8 to 5, and after work a 5:30 and a 7:30 were always like my side hustle. So and that's my life has been ever since 5 years ago. And honestly, I don't see it like, oh my God, that is so tiring. Like once you love something, like it doesn't feel like
it doesn't take time,
Yeah, it doesn't feel like, oh my God, I'm so tired. Like, yes, sometimes you do get tired and you need your breaks off, but to me it's like, oh, I love what I do, and I really do love what I do. Like,
Yeah.
and I can't choose between. I get the question asked a lot. Do you like hair? Now that I do hair, do you like hair more than nails? And I'm like, no. Like, nails is my first love.
Yeah.
But I love hair, doing hair too. So, and with hair, there's so many other things that I want to get into, like hair extensions, braiding, and just more deeper things that hopefully in the future, and as I'm building clientele as I'm going, I want to get more into that. So let's see how it goes.
Whoa. So, okay, so now this is my other question. So you have a lot going on, right?
Yeah.
And you do a lot. Do you ever feel burned out? And if you do, what do you do to kind of get back up,
Yeah, so there is those days that I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired, or, my back hurts, my neck hurts, and things like that. So I do take like a weekend off and just to myself and, do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like go spend time with family, the significant other, and things like that. So
she's taken, guys. I know y'all want an entrepreneur lady, but no, she's taken, not this one.
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
She's off the market.
He's canceled. I'm just kidding. No, but you just take a time off, and there's some days, okay, I finish off early and then I go see my mom or whatever, or sometimes even just like go to the store. I love shopping. Well, I like to spend money, but it's bad. Just going to Target at a late night.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're all guilty. We don't have a store that we're like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But usually it's just taking some days off, like probably going to like say Utah for a weekend or something. And then it's like, all right.
Right back at it.
Yeah, right back up.
So you mentioned you have a significant other, right? What does he think of all this? Like seeing you push so hard towards this passion that you have for what I would like to call a dream, because I think that you are doing what you dream of doing, and that's pretty powerful.
How does he feel?
Yeah, what does he think?
Well, he does support me, and he's always been helpful with that. But sometimes it has been, last year was a little rough, not gonna lie, because I feel like we were just not having time for each other, and he does travel for work, so the times that he would, like, it was literally hours that he'd be, like, we were able to share some time together, because school was Tuesday to Saturdays, and for a second it was like Saturdays till 5. And so then it was just Sunday, but Sunday he was already going on the plane early in the morning to go to his job site, wherever he needs to go. Yeah. So it's great and everything, he supports me, but like he sometimes like, okay, there's not enough time for us, which now that I'm like not in school, because last year was so stressful. I think that's one of the stressful years I had in my life, and also personal life and, relationship wise. But now it's like, okay, I don't have time. I can figure out my schedule. I don't have to, like, I do my scheduling. So it's like, okay. So when he's ever in town, I just try to, like, book according to what his schedule is like, because, just to make it even, so we can spend time with each other.
Yeah, because that's what I've noticed too, like in a lot of relationships that people are, where either one couple or one person or the other person or both people in the relationship are striving towards like building something and doing something for themselves. The relationship takes a hit, because there's no time being shared, and I have to go do this, and I have my hands tied over here and whatnot, and I have to travel, and so it's kind of I think that's a side that people sometimes don't see. And
it's so hard.
Yeah.
It was I feel like last year was so difficult just because, school was so stressful. I'm guessing Jackie can relate in that.
Yeah.
But it was a whole year of school from January to like February when I finished, because, and it was a crazy year for me, I think. And also like, trying to budget my time. I think that's what it was, like with him, with family, on the time that I did have off. Yeah. Because even after school, I would go and do nails. Yeah. So, and that would be my Monday till Friday. And so it was just basically, and then after a second getting burnt out from school and, all throughout the whole week, then I would like, okay, after 5:30 when I'm done with school, I'm not doing anything. We're just going to go hang out or whatever, go pick him up at the airport or go get something to eat. But then even then it's like, okay, well, I have to go home early because tomorrow I have school in the morning. Yeah. So that was difficult.
Yeah, no, I bet. And we went through that.
We struggled too with that.
With a little bit, yeah.
Just trying to find time for each other. budgeting time with family. And the thing is, like, I can admit to it. I like to people please sometimes, and so that's where it's been hard because, like, okay, I want to go Las Primas, I want to go with my mom, I want to do this, and it's like, all right, I need to find time for myself, but I need to also give you that time too, because it just.
Yeah, I mean, you need to find a balance overall, I think, because it's hard, and we've been through that, and I mean, I've been through that personally, and I think I think that goes with anything that you really kind of start to do for yourself or for your family. I mean, I can speak right now, currently, like with the podcast, it's been hard to find time where it's like, no editing, no doing this, just us or just the family. It's always like something comes up or,
oh yeah,
man, I forgot to do this. I have to do this tomorrow, or I have to do this before I go to bed tonight. And you just get stressed, because it is a responsibility overall, and
it is part of your work. So it's like, okay, if it needs to get done. So it's, trying to find that balance is hard.
But it pays off, right? I mean,
it does pay off.
Sooner or later, something will come out of what you're doing, and that's a huge payoff.
Yeah.
What do you think in the past 5 years have been 3 lessons that you've learned that you're like, holy shit, I didn't see this before I started, or I didn't see this till now? 3 lessons, and then 3 things that you didn't expect to happen. Bad or good or bad, doesn't matter.
Well, 3 lessons is that staying consistent.
Yes.
It is like you have to. If you don't stay consistent and don't work on it like what you want to do, like you're never going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
And I think that's number 1, like just being consistent, posting, getting that word out with people, to have people come to you. Another thing is not everybody's your friend.
Oh, that's a good topic.
Not everybody is your friend, and not everybody is there to support you on truly.
You got some stories?
No
names.
I'm not no names, but to think of the top of my head.
What's the cheese, man? Come on now.
I don't think I have like a recent. I'm trying to think of something recent, but it's like sometimes the least people you expect are gonna be like. Or let me reword this better. Not all your friends and family are gonna support you, and that's what I am like. Always there for my family, my friends, and I was that person, and it would hurt me so much that when I would see them go with somebody else. I'm like, damn.
So you almost expected your friends. No, I mean not expect is the right word, but maybe like assumed.
Thought they were gonna
or
support
thought
me.
that they would come to you for like nails, and then they went with someone
hair,
else.
Even, and I'm like, oh, like I mean, and also like I don't have to make it like a how can I explain it? Like, expect them to come. Now I've learned not to expect to come.
Right.
To me. I was like, there's always room for everybody else in town that they could go to, which is perfectly,
Yeah.
But at the beginning, when I first started, like throughout those 5 years, it's like, when I would see them go with somebody else, I'm like, damn, you went to somebody else and not to me.
Yeah.
Fake.
So shady. But I wouldn't say anything. I would just, keep it to myself. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's gonna be okay.
And then you're like in the back of your head, you're like, just wait till you come back to me. I'm not going to receive you here.
They could have looked better with me, but...
Sometimes what happens is that now that I also have learned, now that I'm doing hair, and what I've learned with my hairdresser is that with people that come, you're going to make good friends with them, but not all people are good people. In that makes sense. Like, some people are just going to be there and... because they generally want to be with you, but the other people are just going to be there like, oh, I'm going to get that discount or whatever, And it's like, this is my way of living. This is the way I earn my money. So I can't be giving like many discounts, or can give you free services. Like, and some people sometimes expect free services just because they're your family, your friends. But it's like, girl, I work my butt off too. Like, I can't, I am so sorry. I wish I could, but I'm also like, this is how I need to pay my bills now.
Yeah.
So
that's hard.
That's a lesson that I'm like, I really did have to learn roughly.
Yeah.
I guess I could say, because, expecting others to support me when, I was like, all right, get over it. They're not going to help support you.
And 3 things that happened to you that you're like, damn, this is cool, or, oh, this was bad.
I guess one of the things is that one of the recent things I could say is like, I was so nice to help out some girls in need if they needed the help or whatever for their wedding, I guess. I went up to Jackson. I don't know if it was Jackson or somewhere over there, but they're like, yeah, can you help us? And I was like, and I felt so bad because it was so last minute and I had to miss school. So school, like, it was hard because if you miss school, like, you had to make up those hours. And that just means that you have to, like, stay there longer, pay more tuition. And I'm like, but I'll do it. I'll get that weekend off. And, like, I just learned that, you know, like, because I was just so nice to be, okay, fine, I'll take my day off from school, my hours. I'm going to lose my hours. And, you know, hopefully she'll just give me a tip or something because I'm literally going all the way to freaking China. Just kidding, not China, but going to Jackson to help this girl out because some girl canceled on her in last minute. And then, you know, I got there, I did all the work. I basically did all the work. And then, nunca me pagó. And I was like, or gave me even anything. And I was like, but if it was going to be for her, like, let's say she was in my position and I needed her, I don't think she would be. I don't think she would have come to me. Or, you know, or would have done it for me. Like, she would be like, oh, there's no pay. And there's some people like that. They just, you know, like, I feel bad for everybody. I'm like, oh, I've been in their shoes, you know. But sometimes, like, you just have to be that person. Like, all right, girl, I can't. I really can't. Or, you know.
Yeah, and that's an important lesson to learn, I think, in business overall. Like, it doesn't matter what you go into. Some people are just not it, you know. Or
some people don't value your time, or some people think, like, I'm learning to give myself that, like, worth. The other people, it's like, if I don't give my worth, then people are not gonna, you know, they're gonna take advantage of me, or they're not gonna, like, think I'm being serious because I am my own business now. I'm the front page of the cover, I guess, of my business, and I'm representing me. So it's like, I'm so sorry, but you know, and you can't help you out this time, maybe next time.
Exactly. And you can't let people step over you too, because like you said, you are your own business. So in a way, if you let people step over you, then what is everyone else going to think, you know? Especially the good customers, the ones that do pay you, the ones that do give you tips, the ones that come to you consistently. If they see, you know, freaking Amanda over there stepping over you, they're gonna be like, well, what the hell? Like, why am I giving all of this to her when she's letting Amanda over there, you know? Not that there's any Amanda, I don't think, but, you know, Amanda.
Yeah, just random name,
She's like, oh, there's a couple.
So you're working in a salon now?
Okay, so.
Or how's your life
my schedule
right now?
like? Yeah. So right now I do work 6 days a week. So 2 to 3 days I'm renting a booth rent table for just nails at a salon.
Nice.
It was just recently opened. It's called 10 Beauty Co. So I'm just only there for nails, and it's my own work, my own money, whatever.
Nice.
And so I just booth around with her, and then my hairdresser, the one that pushed me to, like, okay, you got potential, go do hair, which I'm so thankful for him. Like, he has helped me like no other, and, you know, he's the best.
Shout out to you, dude.
His name is Eduardo Llamas. It's styled by Eduardo, and he's so good. He's been a great friend, a great business, like, you know, mentor, you call it. He's been helping me out, also just growing and learning. Not everybody takes you under their wing in this kind of community, especially in the beauty community, or hairstylist, I guess you could say. So he kind of took me under his wing and showing me, like, ways, you know, to get better and to push me to do, like, things that I'm, like, not comfortable with, but it's like, all right, I got this, you know. So with him, I assist him once or twice a week. He's going through some issues with his shoulder and stuff, so I've been assisting him and helping him out, and which has been so great because I've learned so much with them. And he's super good with hair. Like, I've been going with him for like 4 to 3 years around there. I think it was 4-year mark that I've been going with him, and so I assist him, and then for right now, since I'm barely freshly new, and I still, you know, bring in that confidence that I know that I could do it, because I know I can, but sometimes I'm like, all right, I don't know if I can, you know.
There's that little doubt. Yeah.
But then when I do the things, it's like, all right, this wasn't that bad. But I'm like even like today coming here, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so stressed. And I was telling him, he's like, it's going to be fine. I'm like, I know. And now here, I'm like, okay, it was not that bad. It's not that bad.
I mean, look at me. I don't bite. I'm more nervous to interview you, actually, than you probably are nervous to be here.
I'm like, what do I say?
What's my name?
What do I do again?
Yeah. No, but with him, with his salon, at his place where he rents a salon suite. So at his suite, I do take a date and I just do my own clients.
Nice.
So that's for right now. Hopefully in the future, my end goal is to have my own salon suite where I could offer all my services at one place.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
What is that? Paint us that picture. Like what's in how much time? What does that look like?
I want to say by the end of this year or closer to the end of this year, I want to have my own salon suite.
Hell yeah.
Primeramente Dios. I want to, so then I could just do hair, nails, waxes. I do a lot of things too, you know, so like I just want to be able to have my own place and, you know, offer my services at one building rather than like, so, and I do try to make it easy on me. It's just one day I'm all just in one place and then the next is just in one place. So I don't have to go back and forth across town.
That's very smart.
Going to two different places. Which sometimes I do have because, you know, like, oh, my hair client didn't take that long. So then I go, I'm like, oh, I did have this opening and, you know, go do some nails or something.
Yeah, that's very smart. What's your advice to like the up and comers, you know, the young kids out here that are trying to get into this industry of beauty? What would you tell them from what you know?
To be patient, you know, don't rush things, but also to work, like, you know, be consistent, working hard. Practice makes better. So just keep practicing. You know, you're going to get you know, it's going to take some time. It did take some time for me. So it wasn't one day to the next, but you just have to be patient and know that, you know, you got this and that you can do it.
Hell yeah. I just lost my train of thought. I'm like so like impressed with everything you do.
You're like, she's too much.
Yeah, I was like, what the?
And I don't think I'm too much. Sometimes I want to go find some other things to do, but then I'm like, all right, I can't do everything. Like,
oh yeah, you
I've
also
always
do
been that
lashes,
person.
huh?
What was that?
You also do lashes?
Oh yeah, I also do lashes.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Well, guys,
And she's good at all of it. I haven't gotten them done with her, but I see her work and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
Oh yeah, I forgot about lashes
Yeah.
too. So see, I just want to have a building where I could, cause I like doing like hair, like eyebrow waxes. Your eyebrows look good, by the way. Just keep staring at them. I'm like, they look pretty good.
Yeah, that's all to her.
But like lashes, what else? Like I also have done braids. I did braids in school, like box braids.
Whoa.
I want to go get more into that. My next is hair extensions.
Yeah.
Offer like hair but different services.
Right. So it's like I have a buddy who's like a gym trainer.
Okay.
Or a fitness trainer, and he's like, what I did was I knew that I was really into the gym, and so I built my own home gym. And the way I was able to pay or am paying for that home gym that I built is to have clients that I can help. But then what do gyms also have? Well, pre-workout. So then he just bought a pre-workout company. Now he sells that pre-workout to his clients. Yep.
Okay.
And sooner, I think probably within the next 2 years, if not this year upcoming, he's going to open his own gym exclusively for his own clients, and then just, you know, sell his shirts, his merchandise, and all that. So he's like getting everything within that gym industry, you know, and providing all that stuff to
at one
clients
place. So
in one place.
That's what I want to be. I just want to be like, okay, I could do, girl, you want to wax? Okay, I got you. I could do wax. You want me to do your hair? I could do your hair. I wanted to be like, all right, I go for her for everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
So, I mean, which would be nice. So then, like, she doesn't have to book an appointment over here, appointment over there. It's like, oh, girl, I got you all in one sitting.
Yeah, that's sick. How much? You don't have to give me like exact numbers, but how much money would someone in your industry make a day? Let's say just pure nails.
Pure nails. Honestly, I'm underpricing myself.
Yeah.
And I could be completely honest.
Yeah.
I've done my research right now that I've got my licensing and everything. I've been looking and I'm just like, oh my God, people are paying that much. And then I'm like, should I up my prices? But then what if my clientele base will not pay them? Especially, I'm not trying to be rude. I love everybody, but sometimes, you know, some people can be a little gorditos. And I'm just like,
of course, yeah.
I'm like, okay. And sometimes it can be too much, but then...
Yeah.
But then, like, there's other places that, you know, those chinitos. I'm so sorry, but they'd be going to a chinitos and like, they'd be charging their buck too. And I'm like, oh, why am I really underpricing myself?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think my nails are that bad. But I try to always book 4 to 5 clients a day. Okay. And I do start my day like at 10 in the morning. So I just start a little late because I have my place. I have to clean it. Tengo que hacer la comida
Yeah.
before I go out the door because I do come home late.
Yeah.
And where I do live with my two sisters, so I try to Mondays and Tuesdays are the day I make food.
Yeah.
So
That's your days.
those are my days. I'm like, okay, Mondays and Tuesdays I'll make la comida, and then we're good. But I try to do all my stuff before I head out. And so usually I start at 10. It depends what kind of service, but like what kind of nails they want.
Yeah.
But it's either like 5 people. If I do 5 people, I could be getting around. If you say just minimum.
Yeah, just an estimate.
$50 per nail set, I guess.
Or what? $250 a day?
$250.
That's not bad at all.
It's not bad.
And that's just doing.
And that's underpricing your nails. So realistically, you could probably make more.
There's other places that I'm like, okay, and I honestly I'm like, I don't know if I should up my prices. People say I should, but I'm like, I don't know. But then like I said, I need to stop undercharging myself and give myself the worth, because I went to school, I worked my butt off. And,
and in a way, in upping your prices, you are paying yourself that hard work that you've been doing, and that you are doing.
Well, it's not only that. I have to pay my rent, product, and everything. So it's like, all right, not just all money goes to me. Some people might go, because she's making a lot of money, but it's like, it goes to product, it goes to paying, bills.
I mean, realistically, out of those $250, maybe for yourself, you're getting what, 50? Maybe a little bit more, depending.
Well, I'm only working there 2 to 3 times a week. Yeah. And usually if I do work 3 days, it's like my Saturday I'll work there, but I only do 2 to 3 appointments, because then I want the rest of my afternoon off. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of how you look at business. You're like, oh man, you need to up my prices. And what you can do is you can just do like a try, like a trial, just do it for 3 months or something like that, and see if it works. If you see good response, then leave it. If not, then,
Well, I did up them $5.
There you go.
Since I graduated, I was like, oh, $5 is okay. I mean, some people it's like, oh, you should do more, but I was like, just because I know my clientele. It's like, okay, $5 maybe won't be that bad, but then I don't want to undercharge myself, so I kind of based it off my school pricing and how they worked. So I just kind of doubled it a little bit, because I'm like, all right, I think I know what I'm doing, and people are coming to me, so I'm doing a good job. Yeah. And so that's where I was like, all right.
And the cool thing is that you can up that with the time, it's not like it's going to stay there forever. Within, maybe let's say the next 8 months, you got more practice. Now you have this here, you have that there, and you're like, okay, well, now it's time. And you up your prices, and by that time you'll build new clientele within the next 8 months. I mean, it's something that's always growing. What do you think about the competition in nails? I personally think there's a lot of nail places out here. I don't know them all, but I do have like a couple friends that are doing nails, and obviously now I know you. What do you think about the competition around here?
I really don't think I have a competition, to be honest. I'm my own competition.
Hell
at the end of the day, it's like there is room in this little town that people are coming to. There's room for everybody. Yes. And I feel like even like new people that I do see, like clients that I did have, let's say back then, like they're growing and stuff, and I'm like, oh, they're doing nails, stuff like that is so cool, and I 100% support that. It's like, girl, get into it. I have some other girls like, hey, like as I'm doing their nails, I want to get into this too, and I'm like, oh, do it. Do it. If you really, if this is something you really want, work for it. Get your foot in and start working on it now. Because you never know. And then later on, let's say was just a thing that you only did for a little bit, then they won't do it. But I don't see myself as a competition. I'm on my own competition. Sorry, and I've always said that to myself, just because I don't want to say I'm better than anybody else. Everybody does a great job that I know here in town, and everybody has their thing that makes them different and why people go to them. Yeah. And so I think that there's room for everybody, even though we're like, there's not a lot of people, but there is enough, because I'm guessing everybody's, they're busy, their schedules are busy. Yeah. I mean, see people sometimes are far out, like, hey, I'm already booking for June. I mean, I haven't really booked that far out. I used to with my nails, because I would post them when I was just doing nails. I would book out like the month within the first couple days of the month. Let's say I'm booking for May, like, since we're getting closer to May, just an example. I would post, hey, I'm booking for May, and then everybody would just message me, and then my whole May was booked within like a couple of days. So then it was so hard, because it was like, oh, hey, hey girl, you know, last minute things. It's like,
That person was me.
do you have any spots? And so sometimes I'm like, all right, let me get him in. Let me try to make him in. Sometimes like it just doesn't work because then I do have plans, you know, or just want to have a day off. I'm like, should I book him? Should I not book him? You know, because sometimes, you know, it happens like, I need to have this, but do I want to get some money, you know?
Yeah. And the cool thing is that if you do need money, you can always just book, you know? It's not like I think that's something so cool about like that type of career or the type of path that people choose. Like same with like barbers and, you know, the hairstylist and the nails and lashes and whatnot, is that let's say it's freaking towards the end of the month and you need an extra $500 to cover your bills. Hey guys, I'm booking this week. And then people, if you have your clientele, people will reach out to you and be like, hey, I need a cut or I need this. Whereas if you're working hourly, it's like, dude, you're screwed. Like, unless you have some type of side gig, you're done. Like, you have to wait till next paycheck.
No, and you do have to put yourself out there. You do have to like, and mine right now, I post on my story. I lack on posting on my like actual post on Instagram. That's where I show my work and things like that. But then right now, since I'm, you know, word of mouth has also been a great thing for me. So it's like, oh, so-and-so, give me your number, you know, can I get in? And I try to be as much as I can available because as I'm starting out, it's like I want to be available to everybody. And then later on be like, all right, this is my set time. Because some people like over time, over their career, then over some years, they're like, all right, I don't work Saturdays at all. Especially when they have families and things like that. Or I don't work Mondays. A lot of people don't work Mondays. And so sometimes it's like, all right, I take the advantage of like, okay, let me book myself as much as I can. So, I mean, the money is great, but then it's like, I like doing it. I don't get tired of it. So it's like, I could sit here, do the nails as long as I can. Because it's like, and to me, it's like, it's different. So I do have those both different worlds where like, all right, they can say, I'm done doing nails today. Tomorrow I have a hair day.
Yeah, so you can always change it up.
I always change it up. And so it's not like I get stuck on doing one thing. That's really cool. I do like that difference. That Monday and Tuesday, like this week, Monday and Tuesday was nail day. All right, today was hair day. Wow. And then tomorrow and Friday are gonna be hair day too. So.
There you go. What do you think you're gonna struggle with this, or maybe you do now? You have your old clientele base, right? And as you are growing and getting known and whatnot, you're getting new clientele. Do you think there's gonna be a struggle there fitting both?
I think yes, but then I've also learned that like when my regulars kind of book them to appointments. So let's say I have regulars that come every 3 weeks, and so it's like, all right, let me book you for 2 other sets, you know? Yeah. So then the new ones that come in, it's like, all right, I already have these regulars coming in. And my scheduling, it has been, I used to have all platforms. I used to have my page, but people would text me from my Instagram, my regular phone number, my Facebook, my business Facebook, and then my Instagram. And it was like, I was getting lost with all the messages. And I was like, all right, I need to make, since I'm freshly new, I need to make the announcement that I'm only going to accept text or, you know, through my regular phone or through my business pages like Instagram and Facebook, because it was just getting too much that I was like, all right, who answered me first? Because I wanted to be like first come, first serve basis. Right. And so trying to figure out, and then sometimes they don't answer at the moment. So it's like, all right, should I give them some extra time? Yeah. And then so I could, or pass it to the next person, whoever wants it. So it's been a little difficult trying to, you know, like I said, having a whole nail day so it could just be full of nails and not having to go back and forth. So it's been a little difficult, not gonna lie, but I think so far I've managed it good enough that it's like, all right, you know, I have my fair share of, all right, this is what I have open. And right now I'm pretty open, so kind of starting to get some dates in May, but I usually just try to, I used to, when I was super available, I guess I could say, I would just post, hey, I have this and this sometimes, but now it's like, I can't post like, hey, I have the month of May open, because I kind of, right now, since I'm also assisting, then I kind of wait on what days he needs me to help, so then I could go back and schedule my own appointments, if that makes sense. Yeah,
I think that's smart, because if you were planning like month out, then things happen.
You know? And I hate being the person to have to cancel. I'm like, oh no. Like, you know, I hate that feeling. It's like, but when it has happened, I mean, I've done it where things, you know, I can't control everything, and something happened or whatever, family situation, or I have to do something like importantly that I'm like, okay, girl, can I move your appointment? I'm so sorry. And I feel so bad because I've been a client too, you know.
Yeah.
And you're like, but then I'm understanding too, like things do happen, and so I do understand something can happen last minute. So if you gotta cancel, it's okay, you know. We're all human. We got to sometimes, but yeah.
No, yeah, things happen, and there's nothing you can do about that. You know, I realized that you were really busy. This is when I was like, I didn't take any. I wasn't like pissed off or anything because to me I was like, oh well, she can't. You know, she's busy, and she warned me about this already before. Yeah. But the minute I realized you were super busy was when I sent you a DM to try to get her in for nails, and then you didn't respond, and then you responded like maybe like 2-3 weeks later. You're like, hey, I'm sorry about this and that.
I remember. I was like,
and I told her about it, and she was like, that's Brenda. She's really busy. You usually can't get in with her unless you schedule like weeks before. And I was like, yeah.
Especially because my time was so. I only had like I said. I would work my 8 to 5, and then I feel so bad. But I worked my 8 to 5, and so then like, all right, so I knew I had 5:30, 7:30, because I always try to book 2 hours just in case they're late, just in case road, anything can happen, or their nails that takes me longer. There was an era where everybody wanted to be Cardi B, so big long nails, so that would take me a little longer. Detail work, so it's like, all right, I need those 2 hours, or just those 2 hours just to rotate, clean my things before the next person comes. And so I remember, I do remember that. And I feel so bad.
No, don't feel bad. But that's when I realized, I was like, yeah, she's busy. Like it's hard to get in, like,
with my limited spots that I had back then. But right now I'm pretty open. Open.
She's like, you can book now.
Yeah, you can definitely book now. Give her a nail set or something.
For real.
I forgot why. What was that?
I think you were surprising me for my birthday. Like, you wanted to do that for my birthday.
Yeah.
Was it for your birthday, or was it for you guys were going to get engaged or something like that?
No, because I went with you when we got engaged.
Oh, yeah.
When we were getting engaged. And then when we got married, I also went with you.
Yeah.
But I think it was for my birthday.
I think so.
I don't know.
Something like that. And now I do remember it now.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah, he kept telling me, he was like, if you see a girl DMing me, please don't think I'm cheating on you.
Well, like, do not open the message. Do not open Instagram.
That's why I'm like, I try to make it, like, also, you have to make that difference between like your personal life and your business life.
Yeah.
And for a second, I was like, dude, it's going to be hard trying to balance that out and like having to see both Instagrams open or Facebooks. But so far, it hasn't been that bad, because then I can make that difference. Like, all right, do I want to be in my personal life as I actually know who I am, or do you just want you to get a service done?
Yeah.
So, and slowly, some clients become your friends and become family down the road. I do have several of them.
That's pretty cool. That's sick. It has first question. What's like the most famous like nails
right now?
Yeah, like the ones that are popping,
Right. It's always trends, and right now they're like almond nails.
Almond nails. Ooh, like color almond, or like literally like an almond shape.
So they're.
This boy, you haven't learned anything.
Yeah. Tell me you're a boy without telling me you're a boy. Almond color.
Now he's for sure canceled.
Okay. Those are cool.
So right now they're like,
he still doesn't know shit.
I can show you a picture.
Okay, yeah.
And I've been having a lot of clients asking for these types of nails, and they're different colors, whatever they you want them. But right now it's a thing, and they're not super long, not Cardi B era. I think Cardi B right now. Some people are into it still, but I don't have as many people right now. It's like, okay, kind of short.
It's more on the natural side, huh?
Yeah. But for a second, all I was doing was super long nails.
How much does a set of that cost right now?
So I do start base my prices. I do start at $50. So it all depends. I do base it off of length and design. Okay. And it's not like, I charge you like $30 for a little flower or nothing like that. It's just like, so then I kind of base it up there. I really don't have like exactly. Some people do charge like for a flower, $2 extra. For gents, $1 extra. And I don't do that. I just kind of base it up. So kind of like this.
Oh, okay. Oh,
so that's almond shape. Yeah.
Okay.
And they're kind of short, not
it's
almond
very
color.
interesting. Yeah, you know what I picture in my head? I'll tell you. Those nails, like, I'm looking at my nails and they're like hella ugly.
Yeah, you definitely need a manicure at that.
Yeah.
I mean, boy.
Yeah, I do. I'll go. Do you do manicures?
Yes, I do manicures.
I'll have to go with you then.
Okay.
So there's like these nails, right? That like, fuck. How am I gonna explain this? Basically, they have like this like line,
Okay.
and it's like the tip is colored, but the
Oh, he's talking
Oh, the
about French.
Frenchies?
Yeah.
so I thought that, but the almond color, you know,
Oh.
instead of black or like it's I
Yeah.
don't know what colors they use, but I thought when you said almond nails, I was like, okay, yeah, I know which one you're talking about,
Yeah.
and that's what I thought.
No. Well, there's that kind of technique. I guess is called the Frenchies, and I do a lot of those. So it's like a big thing right now. So that
Okay.
kind of shape, like that
Yeah.
kind of like shape of the nail, but then with the color
line?
the line that you're saying, like that U. It's called a smiley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Different colors. Usually, if you want to just keep it simple,
Yeah.
the simple OG is white. It's a nude color and the white tip.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Damn, I feel like I wasn't here for a moment there, but now I'm back.
Okay.
So
Glad you're back. For a second, I thought you were gonna say like put almonds in the.
I
nails.
thought about
Like,
that
oh.
too. I thought
I
about
was
that.
like, no.
And you
not
know how
that.
almonds have like those lines, like the creases or whatnot. I thought those were too. I was like, maybe that is, but in my head I was like, yeah. What do you mean like almond, like the color?
Or just like square, but not
Yeah.
like a square like. It's called tapered square, so it's more like not too wide, but not too narrow. Yeah,
I'll have
but
to.
short.
do-
They're not super long either. They're like maybe
Yeah.
nail length would be like a medium longish. Some people keep it short. I'm getting a lot of señoras, and they like no quiero largas, and I'm like, all right, well,
Yeah.
So there's different.
So this is my question.
Okay.
Has anything nasty like come up when you're doing a girl's nails or a guy's or manicure or whatever, like that you're like picking at it right and you just see like, let's say pus coming out or like
Ew.
like something like nasty?
He's like, I don't know what type of clients you're having.
Yeah,
but
I'm just trying to prepare you just in case when you do my manicure, like
What, you have some pus and some
No.
or
dude.
nah, like maybe I have some like caulk. You know what caulk is, right? Like
Yeah.
like this, like to put
Yeah.
like maybe I have some of that because I do painting
what is
for a
it
living.
called?
Caulk.
Oh.
Yeah.
For some reason, you know what Mexicans call it?
Caulk.
No.
Oh. What?
Kaki? Some people
Oh.
call it
yeah,
kaki
yeah,
like that. And
El
I'm like,
Kulkin.
yeah. When you say coke, I'm like, what? This doesn't sound good. And I'm just kidding.
No, I
But
learned.
it's that white thing, the putty things that you put in the holes to patch holes.
No,
No.
that's called putty or spackle. The one I'm talking about is like the glue that goes on the side of the frame. That way it looks.
Okay,
it doesn't
okay.
look open.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Is that what you were doing here?
I mean, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did these. Yeah, in a specific, but that's what I do for a living.
Oh, that's cool.
No, not really, but I'll take it.
Money is money.
Money is
Until
money.
you keep working hard.
I'm trying to find my
All we
career.
can say.
It's hard.
It's
Actually,
hard.
it's not hard. It's just trying to find what really what makes
Yeah.
you not feel like it's work,
Mm-hmm.
but you're also loving it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not boring to you over the long run.
Yeah, and that's what this is for me.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've been in painting since I was 12, so
Okay.
I've been doing it for a long time. But it's
Just
not
painting houses or like
everything.
you paint and you like.
Oh no, not that type of painting.
Oh no, he's horrible at that one.
That one I'm not the good. I'm not expertise at
You're
that.
not like what is it? Da
Picasso?
Vinci, Picasso.
Yeah,
whatever.
nah. I wish my my walls look like Picasso's because like they look good, like.
But it's just one solid color, man.
I know.
So you couldn't really mess that up if you wanted to.
She's like, I can do that.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
But fucking.
No,
painting.
but no, I haven't had any. Going back to your question.
Yeah.
I haven't had anybody that had like really nasty. Just one time, the only bad experience. Well, it wasn't really my bad experience, but I did a client's nails, and I don't know what she was. I don't know if she went to a baile or something. I don't know. Something went crazy her weekend,
Yeah.
because there were long nails, and she messages me. She's like, "Girl, I just broke my nail," and I was like, just probably broke her nail.
Yeah.
No, she legitly like broke half of her natural nail. She had to go to the ER. It was so gross. I don't know exactly what she was doing, but she just basically she texted me, and then she was like, "I'm in the ER," and I was like, "What the heck? What did you do?" I just literally did your nails.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if se pegó or something or what exactly she did or smashed it, but like half of her nail came off and it was so gross. And then I was like, "Girl, we can't do she got it removed at the ER and stuff like that, but for a long time we had to wait till her natural nail grew back because I couldn't do anything."
Yeah.
So she had no nail for a bit.
So
But that's the only bad thing I think
Yeah.
that just, you know, seeing it heal when she would come. Because she would come still to do the other night.
You're like this.
Yep. It was in a pinky. I think it was in a pinky too. And it was just like, oh my God, it was so bad. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But nothing like too crazy that I've seen somebody. I mean, you can't
Yeah.
really do a service after you, like they say, have an open wound or something.
Yeah.
Just safety precautions. You can proceed. You're like, all right, I'm sorry, I can't do your nails.
I feel like hell insecure now about my nails because you keep looking at them and I'm like, oh man, I need to
No,
get my
well, you
nails.
don't have
Like,
that
those
bad
are
of nails.
crusty.
No,
I've
I just
seen
clip them.
crustiers.
No, you, no, whoever has crustier nails than me, I'm sorry. No, but yeah.
Which I understand. My dad also, you know, trabajan where he has to put glue and all these things, and
Yeah.
my brothers, they do carpet and all these things. I'm like, damn, your cuticles. That's the one thing I'm like, oh my God, your cuticles are so bad. I just want to do them.
Yeah. What is that?
Cuticles is just the thing around right here. It's the tissue.
Oh.
It's right there. Yeah.
Oh, mine are pretty bad, huh? They
Yeah.
look
So
bad.
usually.
I mean, I don't think you've ever done anything to them, so.
No.
No, but some, like my brother really has bad cuticles. Like, le crecen mucho, and I'm just like, damn, bro, come in so I can fix them. And I've done
Yeah.
some man manicures. And just
Interesting.
basically just clean the nail and make him look good and not
Yeah.
crusty.
Crusty. Oh man. So, wow. Yeah. I need to go get my nails done.
He's like, now I need to get my nails done.
Yeah.
All right, make an appointment.
For real.
Uh,
She's like, you have my Instagram.
yeah. I'll book with time this
Okay.
time. What was I gonna say? Something. I forgot. But yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that nails. How do you keep your nails clean? Do you know how to keep your nails clean? Like, what do you do to keep your nails clean? Do they teach that in cosmetology school?
To keep them clean,
Yeah.
you just have to wash them real good.
Really?
Sometimes you just have to, like, with a little brush, just scrub them. But that's basically it. But I mean, when you're working out in like construction, doing
I
all these
filed them
things
once, like
with the filing.
yeah, like the what's that stick called?
Do you clip them really short? You know, usually all men's clip their
No,
nails
I
really
mean-
short.
No, I don't think so. I just
No.
clipped them today. They look terrible because I was in a hurry, but
Oh, it's not too bad. I've seen worse. Or
My-
you know, you see people that
my
bite their
cousins?
nails.
they'll clip them
Oh,
back
yeah,
here,
yeah.
like all the way back here, and they just you can see their skin. And I'm like, bro, how do you even like? How does that not hurt? You know?
I have cousins too that they would literally cortarse las uñas way too
Yeah.
short. That I'm like, then they'll be aching, and I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
But it was because they were like, oh,
And
no.
or there's sometimes freaking they'll just eat. Do you eat your nails?
No. Okay, when I'm nervous, yes.
Yeah. Do you?
Used to, but not anymore. Now they're
You?
No.
I don't either. You're nervous?
right now.
You're nervous.
No,
So-
but
Imagine
like,
she
when
was
I
right
get,
there
like-
and she was like,
So I have different things for me, like when I'm like nervous or just like uncomfortable, or I don't know, just like, you know,
Yeah.
I either like start picking at my nails. Like, so right now, don't look at my nails because I was gonna do them, but then like I was getting nervous, so I start picking the polish I had on my nails. And then sometimes like I have my eyebrow.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, just
Does it
I don't know, it's
twitch?
not a tick, but it just like me da comezón, but I don't want to scratch it because you know I did my
Yeah.
brows, so I like tap on it.
Interesting.
And then I
Huh.
started scratching my arms
Yeah.
too. I was like, okay, I need to stop. And right now it's a little bad. So I don't know, just different things to me. Sometimes I'm like, oh, you know, like
Yeah.
when you're nervous, I don't know, people just do different things. And I'm like, either going like this and I'm like, damn, you know.
Yeah. If I saw that, I'd be like, yeah, she's for sure going through something.
for real.
You're canceled, you're done. No, I was a thing back then, and my boyfriend would like, oh my god, he would even do it himself, like, oh my god, what you do. And I'm like, just like a little tickle or something. I don't know. But I
Yeah.
stopped doing that, so now I just scratch my arm or just pick at my nails. Like I
Yeah.
don't bite them, but I just pick whatever enhancement I have on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you travel for nails or hair or makeup, what's your charging fee? Because you have to charge more than what you start
So I
like
don't.
base, right?
So I don't travel for nails
Oh, okay.
because it's with so many things I have. I don't think I could travel. I think probably have to buy a bus. You
Oh.
know what's been cool?
Wow.
I really been thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know if it's a thing, but like have a bus and I could travel to people's place
that'd
and
be
have like
sick.
everything in there. Like I've seen it on TikTok.
You know,
But
you
it
should get
was-
like a Sprinter van. You know, like a Mercedes Sprinter van. There's one out here. It's
Mm-hmm.
black, and then like deck the whole thing inside for like nails and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and then just have like her drive it around for you and like just go.
And you're doing nails and shit.
Yeah.
That would be like, girl, bumps me over with these potholes in town. Oh hell no!
No.
All that powder, all that liquid's gonna go everywhere.
You're right. Never mind.
That would be so bad.
It's true.
But I mean, I just seen on TikTok not too long ago, like this girl has like where she has like her salon in a like a bus.
That's interesting.
I'm like, that would be so cool to do, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that, you know?
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird, you know. If you book a new client, you're like, "Hey, I'm inside the van. You have to come inside the van," and then they're like, "What? What van? What?"
No,
Like,
that would
what
be kind of
bus?
creepy.
Yeah.
No, but I don't travel for nails, but I do travel for like, makeup for quinceañeras and things like that.
And how much is your charge for that? You don't have to give me like an exact number, but an estimate.
If you want hair and makeup,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say around 150. Just
To travel too, though.
no,
Oh.
just 150 for the service.
Oh.
And then I usually like right now, like for example, right now I might go be doing one in Jackson, so I'm gonna travel just to go over there, or Jackson or Drake, somewhere over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, just to travel, I told her straight up, I'm gonna charge $100 to go over there.
I have to charge more. Come on now.
Yeah, dude.
I have to do a little bit more than that. That's not even, that's your gas. What about food?
I don't know.
What about your freaking plus your time?
It's true, but that's just for traveling over there. But then for cada persona, depending on the one hair and nails, not hair and nails, hair and makeup, then we'll do like a 150, 160, depending what they want.
I do 150 for travel. I go 150.
Just to travel
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, that'd make it
Alright.
worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like check this out. Watch, you go. I don't know what type of car you drive, right? But let's say you drive a Honda.
Mm-hmm.
There and back, your gas is probably gonna be $60, right? Just to fill your tank.
Probably.
Because it's gonna on the way there. If you have your full tank, you already spent your full tank,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to fill it on the way back, or once you get back here. So that's gonna be 60, between 40 and 60. So now you only have $40. Let's say it's late. You want to go eat. You go buy food. That's $15-$20 depending on where you go. Yeah.
Actually, it's expensive.
Yeah.
This whole $40 for just a meal for me.
I mean, not the full $40, but let's say you have $40 and then to buy a meal $15. I think $15. I spent $15 on a meal for sure.
Oh, I've spent a lot more than that.
Yeah. So
It depends where you go too. You know, if you want to go bougie or you want to go like.
And then what if you want a little snack?
Yeah, or a drink.
Oh, I always need snacks when I go on a.
So
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
left with like $15 at the end of the day.
You want to get freaking Starbucks?
No,
or
that's
something?
just for me traveling. But then, let's say that's why I want to make my trip worth it. Like, so hear me out.
All right,
So
I'm
it's like,
hearing
all
you.
right,
She has
how
a
many
plan.
people are gonna
Alright,
come?
yeah.
Like, how many people am I gonna do? Let's say like
3.
3 or 4.
Okay.
So say 3 adults and 2. Let's say 3 adults.
Mm-hmm.
Be like 160 each.
So you're
I don't know how to do math.
at like
I don't got the
600.
brain.
No, you're like 540.
So we'll be 580
Yeah.
for just going.
Shit, I'd still charge
I'd
the
still do
150
150 for travel.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's your time you have to think about too.
I'm just thinking about like the fact that let's say you didn't do the 3 people. Let's say you only did 1.
Then I wouldn't do it because it wouldn't be worth it.
Okay.
I did tell him that like has to be a group of people so the trip is worth it. And
Yeah.
the lady was like, all right.
Yeah. Do 125 for your travel.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good starting base. No, but yeah, you still make pretty good money though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, $500 on a Saturday. That's not bad. I don't think many people do that or are able to make that much on a Saturday, especially.
But she hasn't gone to Utah before.
Oh,
Oh,
one
shit.
time. But we charged so less that day. Like
Okay, how much? Tell me that story.
first of all, we first went I was like, okay guys, I don't wanna go alone. I need people to come with me because we're going
Yeah.
to Utah, might as well make a trip worth it. But at the same time it's like I need to come back the next day, you know?
Yeah.
So I took how many was of us?
With you, it was 4 of us.
Oh, it was 4 of us.
Damn.
Was
4
it just
people.
no, it was
Lucy, Jasmine, me, and you. It was 4
oh
of
yeah,
us.
so 4 of us. Miriam didn't go?
Mm-mm.
Alright, so 4 of us. So we go and like it was really early in the morning. That was a bad experience. I don't think I
What
really
time?
It was in the middle of nowhere, 4 or 5.
5 in the morning.
No, we left like at 3 or something because we had to be there at 6.
Oh,
Oh,
So and then it was in the middle of nowhere. It was like literally like a rancho.
scary.
Oh, yeah, no,
There was nothing. And
You're-
then the one thing is like I got there and no, they weren't even awake.
nobody was.
Oh
And I
my
was
God.
like, oh my God, what the heck is going on? Like,
Yeah.
and we waited there like 40 minutes trying to have somebody like, all right, like to get them started. Because no se me han levantado. And I was like, all right, well, what time is your misa or whatever, their church ceremony? And then they're like, oh. And then at the end, everybody wanted to get their hair and makeup done. But I was like, girl, like,
I don't have
you
time.
were here waiting for you. Like, and even my cousins were helping me out. Like, I'm like, hey, just help me curl the hair. And I'll just do the makeup real quick. It was so bad. And the house was so small. The whole family was there, the whole decorations. And so we had no room to, like, put my stuff. We were just, like, it was just like a little thing like this where I had to put everything. And it sucked.
How much did you get paid?
I don't remember exactly, but it wasn't like even like worth the trip, to be honest.
Dang.
I think it was like less than $200.
200.
Oh,
What are you doing, Brenda?
I don't know.
Come on.
I must say like
I think it was a family friend that your dad.
it was like my dad's family friend, and I didn't know how to charge. But obviously they really did got a cheap rate. But I think I didn't make no more than $300 that day, and it was hair and makeup, and it was like how many people? Like 3, 4. No, like the mom. That was like 4 to 5 people. So I was literally undercharging myself.
Yeah. You know what I thought you were gonna say? I thought you were gonna say I made like $600.
Oh no.
No.
And then, so then after that, like, you know, the misa was over and they went to their thing, and we even stayed. I helped them clean because it was a whole big mess.
Whoa.
So I was like, let's just help him clean or whatever. And then we're like, let's just go to Salt Lake because it was like an hour and a half or something. Like, let's just go to Salt Lake or get something, or I don't know. We just went to go, shop and eat, and they're like, we'll just come back because one of the lady hadn't paid me. She hadn't paid me yet, so I was like, I'll come back so we pick up the money because it's on the way to go home. We'll pick up the money and then we'll go. So we get there, and then first of all, you know those creepy theos or those creepy people. It was so bad. It was really bad. There was a lot of
creepy theos around.
There was a lot of creepy theos, and there was like a point. Okay, I'm gonna say the story. There was a point. This one guy wanted like my cousin or something, and because we sat us down. We hid her at the car at the end because he was looking for her, and we're like, okay, this is getting out of control.
And how old was this guy approximately? Like 40,
I don't know,
50?
like
How old if he's a theo?
30.
Like 30. My cousin's like 13, 14.
Oh God.
Shit.
Yeah. So anyway, they sat us down at the party because we went back and like, oh yeah, venimos, you know, we came back, and I was like kind of insinuating to the lady like, I came to pick my money so I could go, you know. But she's like, oh, siéntense and coman, and so I was like, all right, well, I'm hungry. First of all.
Yeah.
You know, let's just get something, or let's just get a snack, you know, so no nos miramos tan bad to just come and go. So, because it was at the house, the same place where it was at, but it was outside the party. And so I was like, all right, we'll just stay here for a little bit. And so we did. And so then, I don't know, there was just this creepy people. I don't know, Utah people are kind of creepy. And so we, at the end, like, I was trying to get the money from the lady, but she was like, you know, dancing and doing her thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And I even told her Sabrina, like, hey, can you tell your aunt that we're heading out? Can, you know, she pay us? Because she was running late to the misa, so that's why she didn't pay us at that time. So that's what happened. And so then, I don't know, this one guy tried to ask my cousin, you know, to dance or whatever. And I were like, that is so creepy. But we said no. And then at the end, like, he was just all looking for her. Like, it got to the point where, like, I told him, like, okay, we're going to hide her. We hid her in my car and put a blanket. So, because I was still waiting on the señora. Even, I should have left at that point, you know. I was like, oh, screw the money. Like, I would got time to go because it's getting late.
Yeah.
And I'm here with these kids. Well, not like kids, but, you know, my cousins are like, I think she was like 16. Well, how old is she now? She's like 17. So it was like 2 or 3 years ago.
She was probably like 14.
So, yeah, she was like 14, 15.
14, 15, yeah.
So, but it was weird. I was like, oh, my God. And you know how señoras are.
Yeah.
I don't drink and things like that, but they were
They
like
get
a little
messed
too...
up.
And I was like...
They're aggressive. Tios are
be-
aggressive when they get drunk. Not all of them. You know, I have like a pretty cool tio that is not aggressive at all. But there's some that I've known that...
Or they're just stubborn, like, oh, you want to come dance with me? I was like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We had a guest here the other day talking about how she had a stalker.
Oh, I think I was looking at that.
Yeah, and she talks about how, like, he to begin with is stubborn, but when he gets drunk, because he's an alcoholic, he is even worse, you know? And I'm like, damn, dude, like, I don't know how people fucking, I don't know. People are just people, I guess.
I don't know. It was just so weird that at the end, like, I got my money from La Señora, but, like, I kind of basically had to go back inside. It's like, hey, can you please tell your aunt? I even told the mom de la quinceañera, hey, le puedes decir a su hermana que me pague because me tengo que ir. Like, it's getting late and things like that. And I didn't tell her, like, somebody out there is being creepy from your guests. So we just hid my cousin. They got in the car. We locked it. And then, like, I got the money. The lady finally gave me the money. And so then we came back home. But it was, like, really weird. That guy was just, like, not okay. I think he was too drunk or something.
Fuck that. Yeah, now, you gotta for sure be careful with where you go and.
Exactly. So I was like trying to take somebody with me because you never know. You never know, especially when like people like, oh, come all the way over here.
Yeah, no, and
Uno nunca sabe.
yeah, we had a guy. I sold my car like a year ago now, and the guy was a sheriff, and he was talking about how he was trying to buy this other car, but the guy who sent him the address sent him to like this remote place where there was nothing around, just like a dirt place, and him and his wife were going, and because he's a cop, he got like the instinct of like, hey, no, like this is not like the vibe. We have to turn around, and they turned around. And I was like, that's fucking scary. Like,
because you don't know creepers nowadays. Yeah. And I'm not saying like everybody's a creepy, but you just never know.
And you don't know who to trust either. Like,
yeah, especially
it's
like,
just,
yeah, we're gonna have a party, go to my house, and do this makeup or something. So that's why sometimes like I have to ask questions, ask her deposits, because it's like, all right. So then I know that it's actually somebody being serious because you can never know.
That's true.
But I don't get like guys really asking like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, hey, can I book an appointment for my girl, or your service too?
You were the only one.
Unless it's me.
It's usually ladies. No, I have had some guys who are like,
yeah.
hey, I want to book my girlfriend an appointment. I'm like, okay, I got you, and then
Yeah. Hell
or
yeah.
I'll pay for the service or whatever.
So last two questions. This one first. What did you think when we invited you on the podcast when she reached out to you?
I was scared. I was like, guys, they invited me to the podcast. Like, this is cool, but at the same time, I don't know what to expect. So I was like, when she said pick your brain, I was like, what do you mean pick my brain?
Like, what do you mean by that? Pick my brain.
Yeah, I was like, okay. She's like, no, just ask you questions about, what you do and all these things. I was like, all right, not too bad. I can answer those.
I'm not over here like being like, oh, what's the capital of Washington?
What is it?
I don't know. I don't even know that answer.
I think it's Helena.
Damn.
No, that's Montana. Washington.
It starts with an E.
Eugene?
No.
Erie? I don't know.
Washington?
Or Washington, D.C.
Is Washington a state?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Washington is a state, huh?
I'm like,
Dude,
I
you're
knew
gonna go
that.
back to school.
No, I was just questioning you. I was just figuring, if you guys knew.
Yeah, what? Now you
I
got
don't
me
know.
thinking, like, what's the capital of Washington? And I think I know it, but I just.
She's gonna look it up. I can see it already.
I'm gonna say.
Tacoma.
No, it's not Tacoma. Vancouver.
Vancouver?
Tacoma, no. It might be that.
Is it Vancouver?
Have you been?
A silent.
Sorry, we're trying to figure this. I don't know why I just said that, but
Seattle.
is it not Portland? Maybe. No.
Portland, Oregon. That's
Portland, Oregon.
Olympia.
Olympia.
I was like, it's not Helena, because Helena is
Yeah.
Montana's.
Who knows of Olympia though? I mean, I've never heard of Olympia before.
Do you guys travel a lot?
Last year we traveled quite a bit. This year, I don't know. Maybe we like to travel, but yeah.
Me too. Well, I want to. Like now that I have that commitment of school, because I had to go, or else my hours are gonna be taken away. Hopefully this year I get to travel a little more and do things.
Yeah. Where have you traveled?
Like state-wise, California, Oregon, Washington.
Damn, you've been
Texas.
around. That's pretty cool.
I also been to. Where else I haven't been to the east.
Yeah.
Yes, the east. Yeah, I haven't been there. Hopefully, I want to.
They say Texas is Texas food really good. They say it's really good.
Oh, Texas.
That's the one place I want to go. I told her this year. I was like, if we do travel somewhere this year, it's got to be Texas.
Dallas, Texas is really nice.
Yeah, I want to go to Austin.
Austin. I want to go there too because I have a lot of family, friends, and people that I know that I like from Texas and different places, and I'm like, damn, I really want to go. And with my boyfriend too, like he has traveled around mostly all the U.S. because of his work.
Damn.
And so he's really good at knowing where to go to places because he obviously has traveled for over plus 5 years and things. So hopefully we get to travel a little more together.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, we went to Vegas. and
See, we
Washington.
passed through Vegas. I mean, but I haven't been like the
it's
whole.
different. Vegas is
alright.
yeah. I wouldn't say there's not like honestly. I think it's a lot more hype there than like actual things to do. You know.
I also I don't know why, but I want to go to Arizona.
Oh, I was just thinking about that today. I was like, I want to go to Arizona this year.
Yeah.
But
It's like, I don't know what from there, but I want to, like, I'm just, like, thinking about, like, I should go to Arizona. One place I do want to go visit is Hawaii. Like, that's my dream place.
That's your dream place? Really? Why?
I don't know. It all started when I was
She's like, I don't
I
know.
was in fifth grade, and I was
guess
in
I'll tell
love.
you.
There was, like, two Hawaiian kids, and they were twins in school, and, like, I was in love with them. Like, one was the good one was a bad one, and they would tell me from Hawaii, and, like, I've always...
Which one was the one that you liked the most? The good
bad
one or the bad one?
The good one.
Yeah.
Are you sure, Brenda?
Yeah, their names are Sam and Paul Joe, and I try to find them on Facebook nowadays. Like before I had a boyfriend, to see what happened in their lives, and I just couldn't find them. And I'm like, because I moved from schools, and so I was like, I wonder whatever happened to them.
I
Like,
can't believe you
remember
that.
And that's one thing. It's so weird that I remember the names and last names.
You remember how they look like?
Fifth grade. Yes, they had like tan skin, a bunch of lunares, and they're just like so cute. I always said I was gonna marry like an African American.
Oh, okay.
Girl, like, but then I was like, but my boyfriend's Mexican.
Hey, that's what's
He's
up.
Hispanic. But I always said I was gonna marry somebody.
Yeah.
It was just a thing. I don't know why, but then I fell in love with like Polynesians and things. Like one of my best friends, she is Polynesian, and so their culture.
That's
I don't know.
sick.
I was like, damn, y'all are interesting. Like,
Hey, but the Mexicans always conquer, So, her boyfriend, I don't know who you are. You conquered, my friend. She's with you.
No, but like I'm like, if anything happens, then I'm like, I have to go try something. I'm just kidding. No.
She's like, if anything happens, I know where my next trip is at.
I want to go to Hawaii for sure. That's one of my place. I said, either that's gonna be my honeymoon or the place I want to get married. So.
Hell yeah, that'd be sick.
And then later on, maybe New York would be my second place.
It's New York. What's that song?
I don't know.
From Jay-Z.
I don't know. I think it's
Harry?
Alicia Keys or something like that.
Oh, yeah, and Jay-Z. I think, is it Jay-Z or is it just... Huh? Empire State. Yeah, never mind. It's not from Jay-Z. It's from... I was thinking from some other song. Never mind.
I don't know. That song gets me pumped, though. It gets me dreaming,
Like going to New York and...
Yeah, like dreaming about life, like me driving in a Lambo or something like that, having money, like a lot of money, like generational wealth type of money.
Yeah, that's how we always talk about my boyfriends. Like, we want to be successful enough and just able to be like, all right, I could buy this without thinking, how much money I have in my bank account.
Yeah, that's always like what I think about is like my life goal is to be able to have money where I can go buy something that I want or that I desire without worrying about tomorrow and the bill coming, So, yeah. Damn, we got
That's
emotional.
where I want to get in life too. let's start working on it.
Oh, man. What's your last message to the people out here that are listening to you?
My last message.
Piece of advice.
We want to hear it.
She's like, Hawaiian boys are...
No, that's not. It's just if they really have a goal and they really have a passion, for something, just keep working on it. I mean, everybody says that repetitive, but it really is like you do have to work hard. Yeah, like keep working, be consistent because, you're not going to get there. And I also believe like, whatever you throw out there in the universe, if you're a good person, good things come to you. And like, yes, it sucks that people do you dirty, but always do good.
Yes.
Because good things will come then to you.
Exactly.
That's why I feel. So it's like, even though like that one person, whatever, does things to me or somebody out there hates me or whatever, it's like, it's all right. You're not my competition, it's okay. Like, you do you, I do me, it's all going to be good. But also just, always giving back, I guess, to our people, helping out, I think that's always good.
Yeah. They say that manos que dan, manos que se llenan, something like that. So if you don't understand that, terminology. Go
You're
look it
not
up.
OG. You're like, you know how our Hispanic parents like say all these sayings. And
Oh,
things
yeah.
Like, you know, there's always like stuff like that. Right now, I'm trying to think what my parents.
The
say.
one that's come up lately in my life currently is like el perro que tiene las dos tortas se queda solo or something like that.
El perro de las dos tortas.
Yeah, that one has been coming up a lot lately, and no le encuentres. What is it? Cuatro patas al gato or something like that.
I don't fucking know.
I was like, why are you trying to go over there? You're trying to find a cat with
Something like that.
Or my mom, when like she gets mad at me, and it's like, no le busques mangas al chaleco or something like that. It's like,
Damn.
I'm like, girl. When they're like, you know, they get mad at you, it's like, don't keep pushing it because then you're gonna, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what it means. Like, there's just a different sayings that, you know, they say.
Yeah. OGs or Mexican parents are something else when it comes to terminologies. Like they try to, you know, they'll like sit down with you and tell you something, or when they're mad, and they'll use this terminology, and you're like, wait, what is that supposed to mean? But in their head, it's like, hey, I'm giving them something super important right now. You know, this is super meaningful, and they're gonna learn from this. And you're like, what does that mean, though?
Yeah, like, what is this coming from?
Yeah.
It's like, it was you know, it always happens. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, where'd you going for this?
It happens a lot. What's your social medias, Brenda, so they can reach you?
For
nails, just for nails. Or
no,
friggin' hair.
For all my services,
Yeah.
we're, you know, hair, beauty, whatever. It's Brenda's Beauties. Sorry, I used to have another name and then I switched up to all right. But it's Brenda's Beauties on Instagram and on Facebook.
Hell yeah. And we'll link that in the bio or description below. Thank you for coming again.
Yeah,
This was
thank
super
you guys
fun.
for inviting me.
This was super cool.
It wasn't too bad as I thought it was going to
No.
be. For some reason, I was like, I'm so nervous. But I always get nervous, you know, but then it's like, all right.
Yeah.
And you get going, it's like, all right. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like when you take the first beer, you know, at first you're like, oh, it's kind of tastes nasty, but then you're 4 deep and you're like, I'm having a great time now, you know? That always happens to me. So, thank you for coming. Hopefully we can do this again later on. Guys, go check us out on Instagram.
If you guys invite me.
Hell yeah. You're super fun to talk to. So, and you keep the conversation going, which is, it helps. It's a plus.
Like,
yeah, it sounds like.
I told myself, I'm like, I have to like, you know, make it good so it doesn't like feel awkward. Because if I make it feel awkward, then I feel like you guys feel awkward too. So I was like, all right, I just gotta be myself, and this is who I am.
Yeah, no.
I was like, I'm not trying to be anybody. I'm not.
no.
Oh yeah.
It was
always
great.
stay true to yourself.
That's another one. Stay true to yourself.
Yep.
Well, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Go check us out on Instagram, the OAP official, Brandon A. Lara, Jackie with 3 A's _ YouTube, Once a Project Podcast. Oh no, yeah, Jackie 3 A's CKIE _ YouTube, Once a Project Podcast. TikTok, Once a Project Podcast. I think that's it. So yeah, guys, thank you all.
Everywhere.
I got it down after a couple. Oh, you should see the first videos I have. Oh, they're terrible.
You should put a board or something. I would not remember all that. I'm like,
For real.
What's your name?
I remember it because we recorded like 3-4 times a week, so it's like.
Oh, okay.
Just
Is it just
repetition.
between you guys, or do you guys have more visitors?
So you're an exception because you came on Wednesday, but
She was the one that told me the day.
Yeah, no. Usually we have guests on Saturdays.
Oh, okay.
So what we do is we have the Spanish or the English podcast, which we record 3 times a week, and we upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and then Thursdays.
Like you guys translate this, or what do you mean?
No. That's the English podcast. The Spanish one we upload 3 times a month, which are Fridays.
Oh, you guys just upload in Espanol.
Yeah.
You should invite me to that one.
Oh hell yeah,
I
I'm
get
down.
loose.
Hell yeah. No, that would be fun. And yeah, so like tomorrow,
that
for
would be
example.
fun.
Yeah, we'll for sure do it. We'll plan that out.
Okay, just let me know and I'm here.
Give you a couple drinks
Yo
and-
salto.
You don't drink. Huh?
No,
You
I
don't
don't.
drink?
Oh,
What do? Smoke weed?
Menos me ahogo, me da bronchitis.
I don't know. We'll give her some freaking
No, I
Kool-Aid
like
or something.
Kool-Aid. A
Yeah,
Capri
just give me
Sun.
some Kool-Aid and that'd be fun. Oh, wait, you see, that you guys do just drink and...
No, sometimes. I mean, like we had my brother-in-law in here and we got pretty drunk, and I mean that podcast is something else.
Did you guys already upload it?
Yeah, his name is Luis Rodriguez. It's like a couple episodes below
Well,
this
that's
one.
nice. That's awesome that you guys are doing this, and I hope it goes good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we do. It's a lot. Too much.
I bet it's too much things. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah. No, but we for sure will do the Spanish one.
Okay.
We'll plan that one out for some time upcoming.
Pues si ustedes me invitan, yeah,
Hell
I'll be
yeah.
down.
Yeah, dude.
You're invited already.
There you go. She, yeah.
Just let me know what day.
Book with me.
There you go. Yeah, book with her. Yeah, and so yeah. Well, guys. Anyways, thank you all.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
Sorry, I was ranting and keep going.
Like, I think you forgot the ending.